speaking of bad reviews, you know who got a really bad review? Stuttering John.
What?
Entertainment Weekly this week. I should say this month. Of course, a weekly. Entertainment Weekly.
Yes, this month.
Called John Loser of the Week.
For
his appearance on Wings.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Well, John appeared on Wings. I haven't seen it yet. John appeared on Wings, and these things always turn into a fiasco. Let me explain myself. What happens is Wings and all these other shows every week call me to be on these shows. They ask if I'll do it, and they're always shocked that I won't do it.
Yeah.
They always think that, like, I sit around here desperate, like I'm Mark and Brian or something, hoping to get on.
Right. Disc jockeys usually don't turn anything.
Yeah, like I'm like the Grease Man or something, and I need to, get on one of these shows that is bombing. Evidently, Wings is bombing. It's not going over big this season. I don't know what happened, but
maybe they changed its time or something.
Yeah, probably used to have a good lead in, and now it doesn't. So it's on its own and it's bombing. So they call me. I'm telling you, I get a call from every one of these sitcoms. You name the sitcom, I've gotten a call from them. They all want me to be on, especially the ones that are sort of in the middle of the ratings.
I was going to say, I don't think you've gotten a call from Living Single.
Yeah, sure I have. Absolutely, I have.
Have you?
Yeah. News Radio, you name them, all of them. Wings.
You don't even know what Living Single is.
Yeah, the Jonathan Silver guy.
No, that's not it. That's the single guy.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what Living Single is.
That's the one with Queen Latifah and all the
Oh, no. Not the black shows.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, no, the blacks are very uptight about it. They got to make those shows all black.
They don't call you.
Yeah, can't be on a black show. Like you did Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I can't do that.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do the black shows. I'm not black. I'm only half black. So I get calls from the white shows.
I see.
So
the WB is not calling.
No. WB is black people's cable.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You don't get calls from them.
So anyway, I'm sitting there. Hey, John, grab a mic. So I get calls. What's bizarre?
That I'm so far away from you.
I know, it is weird. We got to get used to this studio. Anyway, so I get all these calls every week from all these goddamn shows.
Yes.
And my agent said, no, we're not interested. The only show like that I've ever done was the Gary Shandling show. My book was coming out, and I was doing publicity. And I suppose I'll be doing some of these shows now that my movie's coming out. Because when the movie comes out, I'll be all over the place.
You'll be cameoing everywhere.
Yeah.
Get your calls in.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have something to promote. I'll whore myself out, and I'll whore my audience because my audience will watch these shows. So it's like when my book came out, I decided, I had that meeting with Lorne Michaels. I was going to do Saturday Night Live, but then I opted not to do it. I only do certain things.
Yeah.
And my feeling is with these sitcoms, the reason I don't do them is they write these really lame parts for you, which I don't think are funny. And I'm not interested. I don't see why I would be on these shows. There's no thrill in it. What, so I can act in these shows? I'd rather act in my own film. I got to act in some goddamn sitcom. So then the next step is they call Robin.
No, they don't.
Sometimes.
I get very few calls.
And Robin turns most of them down anyway. So what they decide to do is they say, gee whiz. Gee whiz.
Jeez, I wish.
Yeah, gee whiz. They go, how am I going to get Howard Stern to talk about Wings? We'll hire Stuttering John. Or Gary, or somebody. We'll get someone from the show.
Jackie
gets some of that too, but Jackie's
They don't call me.
They don't call you because they saw you on that one you did.
I had to audition for this role, Howard.
Yeah? All right. Well, they called me about it for the role anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't have to audition.
I had to audition.
Yeah, well, because you're Stuttering John. So, you had to audition, but notice you got the part. You don't think there's better actors out there than you?
The writer said that they never laugh on an audition tape, and this was the first they ever laughed.
All right, okay.
There's many reasons people laugh, John.
Yeah.
No, at an audition tape.
John, I tell you what, send in an audition tape and tell them you're not associated with the Howard Stern Show. Tell me how many parts you get.
Well, first of all, how did he find out about this part? Didn't they call him?
No, they called to see if I wanted to audition.
Yeah, okay.
But they're calling you. You're not an actor, per se.
Yeah. He thinks all actors get calls like this.
Yeah.
All right.
Mostly you look at the trades and you go line up.
So wait a second. So you
got to hit them with so much stuff I haven't got.
Yeah, I know. So just listen to me. So they had called me and asked me on Wings. I said no. I mean, Crystal Bernard's even called my home. So I said no. I don't want to do Wings. It's not my thing. So eventually they get around to offering it to either Jackie, Gary, Gorilla, or Stuttering John. In this case, it was Stuttering John. So Gary comes to me and he says, can John be on Wings? I said, look, I like John. John's a good guy. He's paid his dues. I want to see him make some money. So I feel awkward saying, don't go out and make money. John can go do Wings. But please, they were trying to use me for this. Don't use the name Howard Stern. Don't say what.
I'm sorry.
Don't say the name Howard Stern. Don't say Howard Stern Show. I don't want anything to do with this because it's going to be a lame part. And here's my problem with it. John, I took John, a guy from college or whatever. I make him into something funny. These shows get a hold of him. Not only is he not funny, he's unfunny. It reflects poorly on me. And then when I want to use him in something, it's boring already. The audience has seen him in something. Why should I tailor-make something for John? But I feel funny saying no because John is being offered work, and I know he'd be upset if he couldn't
get money for it.
But I try to tell these guys, they're going to make you look lame. They're going to make you look bad. And then I'm not going to be interested in you because you're lame and bad. It's like Larry Bud Melrose, whatever his name is, on Letterman.
Bud Melman.
Larry Bud Melrose. That guy was funny with Letterman, and then now he's on every TV commercial, and he sucks. Why do you think Letterman isn't used anymore? Because he's burnt out. But I'm sure Letterman was in the same predicament. He couldn't say to Larry Bud Melrose Green not to go do that. You know? He couldn't tell him not to do that.
You can't do the commercials. You can't do those appearances.
You feel funny saying it. I hate being in that. I always say to my guys, just return that stuff down.
I thought it was very funny.
Hold on. Who cares what you think? You have no ability to see yourself.
Greg Gumbel called me at home to tell
I
me
know.
how funny it
I know.
was.
Greg Gumbel's a big kiss ass. All right?
All right.
Greg Gumbel, I told Greg Gumbel to call you and say that.
Yeah.
I did. He called me up. I was talking to him. I said, do something nice. Hold John and tell me good.
Please, Howard.
All right. Don't believe me.
Could we
Anyway,
get right on the phone?
Get him on the phone. He'll tell you the truth.
Sure, all right. Get on the phone.
All right. So anyway, John then goes out to do wings. And he does. And I don't want any mention of it. And time is passing by, and it's getting closer to the time that John's show is going to air. And I don't want to be used. I know why they got John on there. Not only is he going to look stupid, but they want me to promote it. They want me talking about John going out to Los Angeles and doing wings. So they start calling my agent.
Oh, did they?
Of course. And they go, why isn't Howard talking about John on wings? What's going on? He said, he told you guys, he doesn't want to do wings, and what you do is you go out and get the next guy, you get one of his guys, and you make him look at Drake. Howard doesn't have anything to do with the riding of wings. I don't know what he's doing. He's not into it. He doesn't want to be used this way. So what do? Wings goes out and buys a commercial on our show, a live commercial. NBC.
Live commercial.
NBC, buys, the night of the show airing, buys like 3 live commercials. They're going to force me to talk about John on wings. I don't know what this thing's going to look like. I don't know how stupid it's going to be. But they're hook by crook, they're going to get my audience. Tune in for this thing. Well, I see the commercial, and I start reading it, because I don't pre-read the commercials when we do them. I see this whole big thing about how funny Stuttering John is on wings. Well, I hit the commercial. 2 seconds later, who comes running in the studio? Tom Chiasson. Those people paid good money for their commercial. You have to read it. I said, I don't have to do anything. Fire me. I'm not reading it. I'm not going to be used like that. What do you think I am, a chump? They paid for the commercial. I said, I don't care if they gave you $10 million. I'm not going to be used. Kish mein Tuchis. He goes, what do you mean used? They're paying for it. I said, hey, first they asked me to be in his wings. I said, I'm not interested. They hired Stuttering John. I said, it's okay because I like John. I want him to make a living, but I want to be involved in it. I don't want to pay. I don't want to be involved or attached to this endeavor. Well, Tom said, you have to read it. I said, make me. How are you going to make me? Make me read it? How are you going to make me read it? You can't make me read something I don't want to read. I'm a man of integrity. Something you're not used to. I got balls. What do you think I am, the Sluggo Show? You think you boss me around? You think I worked all these years so you, a monkey, could tell me what to do? That's right.
I didn't know all this had gone on.
Oh, I didn't want to upset you. I was never going to bring it up.
Is that right? But
I never.
But here you go. Now look what I got to read in Entertainment Weekly.
Entertainment Weekly trashes me every.
They trash anything you do. No, they trash me for what you do. Here it is. You ready? Loser of the week. You thought they rock bottom just when they had Jenny McCarthy on. That was until they had obnoxious Howard Stern sidekick Stuttering John. All I know is that now it says Entertainment Weekly, obnoxious Howard Stern. That's what I see.
It would say that even without me.
No, I wouldn't have been on this.
But if they think you're obnoxious, they think...
No, I don't know what they think. You have put me in a bad light again.
No, I haven't.
This is what I've got to deal with when you do wings.
Let me ask you a question. Why? Then I don't want to get anyone else in trouble, but, you know, it's like you have a problem with me, because if Jackie does The Watcher or Robin does Prince of Bel-Air, it's all fine with you. But if I do something, it like drives you crazy.
Wrong.
There's an inconsistency here.
Wrong. Because you are the guy who takes everything.
That's not true.
Now it's not true because I straightened you out.
News Radio wanted me.
I know. You know who called me? News Radio. They call you all the time. They call you after they call me.
Yes, Gary.
Let me tell you about News Radio. There's a guy who invented that show. You know what his name is? Sands. He was going to be the writer on my movie. And when I bought out, he went off and wrote News Radio to spite me.
Didn't I turn that down?
And I've turned that show down every week.
So did I.
Yeah, you good. You're on par with me. Get out of here. No, get out of here, you nut.
No, wait. I want to speak my piece.
Yeah, and you're the guy who's writing book treatments and everything else. I finally got you under control.
I wasn't writing book treatments.
Believe me. There's a big difference between you and Robin and Jackie.
All right, all right, explain that to me.
All right, I just told you.
What?
Robin ain't sending around her book treatments on me
without... either. I would never do anything.
I see.
Howard, you know I came.
And let me tell you something.
I called you at home.
And let me tell you something else. Listen to me. There's a big difference between you and Robin and Jackie.
And Gary.
Big difference.
Gary also plugged his extreme fighting stuff.
I told him that was okay.
Yeah, so me, I must have done something to you.
That's right. You do something. You're obnoxious.
In what respect?
You're obnoxious.
In what respect?
When you learn respect and not sneaking around people's backs, that's when it'll work out.
Don't I always have Gary come up to me?
Now you do.
You know?
And don't have him come up to me so much. Reject some things on your own.
I do.
Good. All right. All right, get out of here. Goodbye. It's just Did you know why they gave you a pedicure on wings? You don't even know why.
A pedicure?
Did you get a pedicure when you did wings?
No, I called and got them.
No. Your feet smelled so bad.
Howard.
Harry, come in and tell him. Break the news to him.
Gary that.
Yeah.
What do you think? I'm the one who came here and told that.
You know that his feet smelled so bad they got him a pedicure?
No, they did. I went and got it on my own.
Because your feet smell bad?
Yeah, and plus my nails were like talons. And by the way,
they told him to go get one.
I know.
No,
I know.
Gary, I told you that.
What happened, Gary?
I went and got one.
Gary, tell us what happened.
You didn't tell me that the people said that your feet smelled bad?
No. Yeah, they said my feet smelled bad, but I warned them before I took off my shoes. I said, guys, hold your nose. I mean, that's, I
because he warned him that his feet smelled bad, that it was okay.
No, it wasn't okay.
I'm just saying.
He's a professional.
The bottom line is your feet smell bad.
And the bottom line, Howard...
Why do your feet smell bad?
I'll tell you why. He doesn't wear socks.
Why don't you wear socks if your feet smell bad?
Oh, my God. Listen, when I wear socks, it even smells worse.
What is your problem?
I don't know. Well, it happened this year. Suddenly I got bad, BFS, bad feet syndrome. I don't know what happened.
No, you know what it is? Let me explain something to you. I see a lot of guys like you're trying to make a fashion statement, you don't wear socks. No, you are. You're trying to make a fashion statement. Yeah, I know you hate it.
It's not a fashion statement.
All right. What happens is your feet, the natural oils from your feet go into the shoes.
And they
begin to smell.
Yeah.
And people can't take it. It's a hygiene issue.
I know. I don't know what to do.
So, you know what you do? You put you buy a new pair of shoes and you wear socks. Yes, they would.
Okay, look.
Absolutely would.
I'm wearing socks right now. You want to smell my feet?
No.
Okay, because they're going to reek.
If you were going to go do a show and you were going to, wouldn't you buy a new pair of shoes?
Because he wears exactly right. He wears old shoes. Do you bathe every day?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. Do you include your feet?
Yeah.
Did you take a shower that morning and notice that your toenails were really long?
Yeah, and I got them cut.
But why didn't you cut them before you went?
Because I didn't notice. I'm getting so fat I can't see my toenails anymore.
Michelle, is that you?
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Well, I watched the show, and he did start out funny, but what happened was they dragged it out too long. But it's a bit about him yelling.
I bet she can't spell walking, so come on, this is ridiculous.
Listen. Who do you watch his wings?
Funny at first.
This is one of the people watching.
Listen, I don't care if you were good or bad on the show. I've yet to see the show. I
was great, and I was great.
Listen to me. Listen to me. In private, Ronnie told me he didn't think you were so good.
Oh, that's BS.
And then I said to him, tell me he's good anyway. Why would you hurt the guy's feelings?
You're such a liar.
That's all.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
It was a funny appearance.
All right.
Listen, I wasn't.
And don't insult my listeners.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
This woman's fine. Spell Arkansas, ma'am. Please.
A-K-A-N-S.
All right, good. That's close enough. Say it. Spell it. She spelled it.
I don't think it was our fault. It was the writers. They just dragged the bit on way too long.
Right.
And you
just
knew
like
what
this
was
phone
going to
call.
happen.
You got to understand something. I don't care if you were good or bad.
But I was good, and I wasn't Stuttering John.
I don't care if you were good. I don't care if you were good or bad.
Yeah.
The point is, I'm now in Entertainment Weekly as obnoxious Howard Stern loser of the week.
They suck at Entertainment Weekly. They have it in for the show.
All right, good. They gave my book a tremendous review. Don't tell me they have it in for the show. For you, they had it in.
Yeah,
you
and look,
crummy
it's
appearances.
It's working.
I didn't need you on Wings.
Yep, Howard.
All right, thank you.
I went to school for acting and all that. That's what I mean, I enjoy doing it. You know, I'm not trying to hurt you. I had it in the rider of my contract. Do not promote me.
You had it in the rider because I would have ripped your head off if it wasn't.
But whose idea was it?
Rider.
Whose idea was it?
Thank you.
Howard's?
No, it was mine, Robin.
No, it was mine. I've already instructed you 900 times. I told Gary you are not to be Stuttering John.
Exactly, but then when
He wasn't.
Yes, and
I know.
And when
But now he thinks it's an original idea.
Yeah, he thinks it's because he's been
about 5 years.
I had to drum it into the guy.
Howie.
Mr. Books and T-shirts.
Let me just say one thing. When I heard about the role, I took it upon myself and said, put it in the rider. I don't want any Howard Stern mentioned when you put it.
Oh, you took it upon yourself.
This
Okay,
was an original thought.
Yeah, thank you. I had to teach you what to do. That's how come it's in your rider. Now he's got a rider.
He's got a rider, yeah.
I wish you'd ride out of here.
No, Howard, I've been loyal to you. I've done
That's why you got to do Wings. I just wish I didn't have to be involved. I had to sit and fight with General Manager Tom Chiasano. Don't think it's over with yet either. About now he's forcing me I have to do any commercial he says, and I'm saying no. We had a fine relationship until you took Wings. But I know that's you happy, so get out of here. Wings. Wings suddenly came to my life.
That wing flew off.
Yeah, I wish the wings would have flown off. Thank you. Yes, you're on the air.
Yeah, John sucked on that show. That's the worst wig I've ever seen.
What is the worst?
Yeah, I'm not being too selective with the phones. See, I should be out there doing the phones.
What do you want from me?
I've seen Wings plenty of times. That is the worst one.
Yeah.
You suck, John.
Yeah, you suck too, you fool. Look at you. Hey, yo.
What? You suck. John, just admit it. You suck.
Howard, this guy, I don't think he even believes that I sucked.
Okay. Wait, he's lying?
He just took it on the air.
You suck.
Yeah, you suck.
You suck.
Listen, hey, you know what's great? That you had to watch me, and I got a lot of money for it.
How much did you get?
Well, about 5-10 grand.
Hey, see, that's why I let him do it.
Yeah.
So look, I make 10 grand. I bet you don't make that in 3 months, you jackass. I mean, honestly, it was funny.
Well, I'll watch it. I don't.
I say, I've done some bad things like that. Last show was horrible.
Right.
I admit, I sucked.
Yeah. And what about that?
And for about a year and a half, I was in a state of depression. I was a pro.
A year and a half, you were on a TV show that I had to sit there, and now I didn't even want you on my show.
But
because they ruined you. What do you think? They discovered you?
No, I admit I was horrible, Howard. But on Wings, I was.
Okay.
Howard, you know what's weird? You make career mistakes, and I admit that last call thing was a bad thing for me. Just like, I'm sure you've made some...
John, there's a big difference.
I'm saying we all learn from our mistakes.
There's a big difference. Number one, I don't make career mistakes. And if I ever do make a career mistake, I have a forum where I correct it. Let me say something. Yeah. Your career mistakes reflect on me. My career mistakes only reflect on me.
Unfortunately, because...
I'm the master of my ship.
Yeah, you know what it is, Howard? It's like any...
All right, thank you. All right, let me discuss my Robin. Now you can leave. You had your Wings discussion. Goodbye.
I didn't want to have this discussion.
A captain of the Titanic.
You look like a captain.
That's right. You're my Titanic.
Oz.
All right, goodbye.
Thanks.
Wings. That piece of garbage show.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a scream. That's why it got no ratings.
You watched the show?
Yeah, it's really funny.
All right, get out of here. Get out of here.
Fun. And, they all like you.
You watch.
I care less if they like me. Of course they like me. They all like me, but they can't give me an award. Goodbye.
And by the way, they are doing good in the ratings, Howard.
Sure they are.
No, they did a 13 to Ellen's 14. So
okay.
It wasn't
Thank you. Thank you. All right, come on. I want to move on. I don't want to talk about you. Get out of here. I'm not even going to talk about you. Go.
He's through with you.
If I say goodbye, leave.
It's a long walk. It's a long walk. I'm going to come all the way back.
All right.
Hey, how is the delay?
They lost to Ellen DeGeneres?
And, Ellen and Eddie.
They get beat by a lesbian?
They're third.
They're third.
You tell me they're doing well.
They're doing well. They got beat by Annie.
There's all 3 networks.
Ellen and Wings. Wings is the third. Jesus Christ. And he says they're doing good.
No, they are doing well.
All right, thanks. All right, come on. Get out of here. I want to move on. Leave.
Are you sure? Can I hang around for a little while?
You're beat by 2 broads.
Well, Jay Leno was on this show, so I was against the king of late night.
You're boring. Leave. Leave. Leave, John.
All right, I'll leave.
I want you out of here now. That's it.
He's going to try to ruin 2 shows in 1 week.
Yeah.
He's gonna need a finger like I.
And you're not allowed to do that.
Oh, they can't get mad at you. So They always get mad at me.
Yeah.
I'm sitting over there, haven't said a word.
Give you the finger. Yeah, you couldn't wait to talk about Wings. I talked about it. And all I know is I had a huge fight with Tom Chiazzano over it. You got to read their commercial. I said, I ain't reading nothing. If you think I'm going to be a chump and get used like this, you're insane. I'll be goddamned if I'm going to sit and read this freaking commercial. Don't you tell me. What do you think? I'll let those guys win? I'm at war with anyone. Everyone. Everyone. Right, Jackie?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why you're boss. I have a busy life. I'm not at war with anybody.
I like everybody.
Yeah, I don't understand why you get so worked up. Because I have integrity. That's why I'm successful.
What's that?
Why do you have to have that?
What is that?
What does it mean? That word has missed my entire life. Has missed my entire vocabulary. Integrity. Give me Leo Records on the phone. They want to give me $5,000. Well, what can I say? Tell me something I don't know. It's not even working.
Yeah, they give you like one.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we take a break?
All right.
We'll come back and we'll news.
What time is it? I don't even have a clock in here.
9. Thank you, Fred. Fred woke up. It's 9:09, Robin.
All right.
In New York. We'll be back right after these words.